Well, I mean, it's probably going to be horrific audio, but, you know, adapt, improvise, overcome. She'll be right. Well, I'm in my bed, and I've just had a shower. So I love that. What a great privilege to have a hot shower. Anyway, this is Lucy Thamm Unsheathed. Lucy Thamm Unsheathed with Lucy Thamm. Lucy Thamm Unsheathed by Lucy Thamm Unsheathed. And I thought of that in the gym. It's me, Lucy Thamm Unsheathed. And, I just thought it was funny. Everything's got to be about cock, including this. This is the podcast. This is the first episode of Lucy Thamm podcast. And, well, it's where we get a little bit, we unmask and we take off a layer. It's a bit like if the masked lapwing was to take off his beloved yellow mask. You know the one. This is where we're just pretty much that, really. And it's because I'm finally at a point where I'm like, I have to remember to breathe. Thanks for reminding me. I swear I have some, like, breathing problem with my nose. I swear, like, when I'm talking, it's like I'm not taking in any air. It's like I have to... I thought it... It's like my tongue... I swear my tongue is too big for my mouth. Like, when I smoke up, I can't breathe through my nose anymore. I get so congested. I'm just congested a lot anyway. I just have allergies. It's probably my dusty, crusty, rusty ass bedroom. Anyway. Welcome. You are so safe here. That sounds ill. I'm not that kind of person. I wish I could be, to be honest, but I'm just like, ooh. Lucy Thamm is not a good friend anymore. She doesn't know how to do that, and she's not a shoulder to lean on. I won't lie. She needs shoulders to lean on. It's a bit awkward, because I'm like, I've been watching people's content that is so lovely and so calm, and it just makes you feel so good and so, seen and validated, and I'm just like, couldn't be me. I will try to help you if you come to me, but I have very little bandwidth for, like, everything at the moment. I'm fucked. I won't lie. When's the new South Park episode's gonna drop? I miss South Park. I was binging that for, like, a few months. Especially while I was, like, coming off my meds. Pretty sure I watched nearly, like, 30 years of episodes in, like, a few months. It was actually so good. It became, like, my cigarette. I'm like, just a little episode here, a little one there. One with dinner. Just a quiet episode of South Park with dinner. And then another one after dinner. Like, that was, like, my last thing of the day. Get home from the gym or whatever, have a shower and go to bed, and watch South Park. I don't know why. I'm not one of these autistic people that really likes repetition with shows. Except that I did when I was a kid. We'd watch the same movie, like, night after night sometimes. But I can't do that now. It's like, I need it to be fresh. The ADHD's probably, like, grown in strength, I would say. And just, like, I was just thinking earlier today, I'm like, it kind of feels like burnt myself. The autistic side of me is, like, burnt out from the ADHD side or something. It's honestly like a tug of war between like, two crazy chimpanzees. They're fighting over the banana stash. What are we talking about? We're not gonna do that voice. We're gonna talk about, it's like, because type shit. I just need to open up more, even though it's, like, scary as, because I'm like, who am I even talking to? Who is seeing this? Who is listening to this? That's scary as fuck. The algorithm is showing me good stuff, at the moment that's really actually relevant to me. Because, like, what? I don't know, something. I'm really enjoying that the algo is showing me really helpful, relatable content that makes me feel really seen. Makes me feel validated, and I'm loving it. And it's just really relatable, and it's really nice. And it's really nice. And I have to stop, like, thinking that I just have to be entertaining all the time. Because I've just had that, it's like a jester complex thing. I feel like I've had for a long time, because it's like, it needs to be funny. But I'm probably expelling too much, like, energy by trying to do it all the time. I should just go with whatever more mood I am in more. Type shit. Because, like, my videos, it's like, I just want them to be, like, entertaining as. I love laughing. I just love getting hyper and feeling really good and alive. It's like the most energizing thing for me is pissing myself laughing. That's what I try and do back in school. I'd try to, because I'd be so up and down, depressed, tired, whatever, not okay, anxious, low energy, iron deficient, all these things, but I'd be trying to, like, I remember I used to sometimes, like, apologise to friends that I was so, like, dead today. Lol. My sleep schedule is so bad, and, like, last night was one of these shit nights where it's like I'm up, like, I was up till like 4:30 a.m. I think, in pain, nauseous as, you know, bloated, reflux, just like having a gut flare up, and it just causes me distress. It's so shit. I think if I'd been on the fluoxetine, I totally would have ended up in the emergency again for the fourth time. Because it was bad. And I was thinking, like, could it have been the onion? I know, I don't know if, I think onion might not be low FODMAP. So it could be an IBS trigger. Because I had tabbouleh, and then for dinner, I had a pretty light, lazy dinner. It was like just 2 boiled eggs and a bowl of like mixed frozen veg. And both contained a fair bit of onion. I was like, oh, could it be the eggs? And that's like my worst fear, is eating like animal products and getting sick from it. They would have been fresh. So it could have just been the fact that I was having animal product, because not that long ago it was like a few nights ago, I had beef sausages and my tummy didn't like them. I seem to be fine with tuna, and I'm usually fine with eggs. I think if anything they just make me a bit farty. But for some reason last night, then I also had 2 vegan ice creams afterwards. And I know sugar is a trigger for gut symptoms, so it could have been them. They had actually previously melted, and kind of like the oil had like come out of them, and then I'd refrozen them, so they were a bit like weird. It's so hard, but like I took the onion out of my dinner tonight and I seem to be okay. We'll see though, because you know what bloody happens. Sometimes I'm fine, and then I go to bed, lie down, next thing you know, oh, what's that? Some pain, some bloating, some burning, some nausea. Cool. Great. Yet a fucking again. I have a doctor's appointment on Wednesday, and I'm definitely going to ask about what can I do for like anti-nausea, because this has been going on since I was like a kid, and they've just like been kind of increasing in like frequency. And when the panic attack happens, that's like gut symptoms, gut flare-up induced panic attack. It's pretty niche. It's distressing. I'm alone. It's night. I don't know how much worse it's gonna get. It's scary. I don't feel safe. I struggle to relieve myself. And when I ended up in the emergency the first time, we may as well just do like a story time about that. Because like, that was scary as fuck. They were like the worst panic attacks I've ever had. The first one was because I was on fluoxetine. I'd finally weaned off the desvenlafaxine after like 6 years of being on it, and was on fluoxetine, which made me so much more anxious. It was really shit. I was not okay. And just having a gut flare up one night. It was one of these ones where I was up for hours just trying to deal with it, getting more and more like freaking out. It was a scary one. Shaking, tingly hands and feet, hyperventilating, all the like painful gut symptoms, and just getting distressed. And I tried so many different things. I was like dancing, trying to just distract myself. I was walking around outside at night. I was doing all this different stuff. Smoked weed, cut myself. Like, I did a few different things, but nothing was working. So I decided to go for a drive. Don't drunk drive, though. Don't drink drive. And don't drive. It's bad for your health. But then I kept having to pull over because it was getting worse. I was like on the side of the road near the Flowerdale turnoff, just on the side of the highway, just like not okay. And I was like, what the fuck do I do? So I was like, I'm gonna have to call mum. This is big. Like, and because I'm like high and everything, it's like, it was just so much to process, having this skits panic attack. And this was at like 3 a.m. or something. And I had to call her a second time while she was on her way because she was taking too long. I was like, what the hell? Like, help me. You know, we get in there and I couldn't get out of the car. Like, they had to come and coax me out. Like, when mum came and picked me up off the road, I was like, I couldn't walk straight. That was scary. Got in there and they had to help me inside and do all their tests and things on me, and I was like losing my hearing, and mum's just standing there staring at me. It wasn't helping. My arms and legs were getting tingly, not just hands and feet. Like, I was gonna faint. But they gave me a script for pantoprazole for reflux. And I think that has been helping, but I've run out. It's just like not strong enough. I think I need like to take a few. Maybe if I take them like before bed, because I'm like, what the hell is up with? I've wondered that this whole time. What the hell is up with me going to bed and this shit starts up? It's like usually nighttime or bedtime. Is it psychosomatic? Is it something to do with lying down? Like physically something's happening? Is it where my food is in my digestive system at that sort of time? It's just so confusing. It's like I've conditioned myself into just being scared that it's going to happen. That's probably what's happening. It's another thing for the psychiatrist. When they finally give me an appointment, please give me an appointment. I've been referred, like, I was referred like a month ago. Still haven't heard from them. It's actually so annoying. And I called them to be like, help. And they're like, okay, we'll bump you up the list or something. Cool. I think that's also why I'm making this video, because I'm like, I need to get all this off my chest and I don't know who else to tell. I'll make it the internet's problem. I finally was like showing people my secret panic attacks, because I just sort of didn't used to really address them the next day. I wouldn't really talk to mum or whoever about it, because to begin with, I didn't even know that's what was happening. Because it started, like, happening frequently in uni, in my last year of uni. That's when I finally went to the doctor and was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And they're like, it's probably IBS. So, probs try the low FODMAP. It was like every second night for a bit there. It was really scary. I didn't know what the hell was wrong. The shaking's crazy. But yeah, I felt so looked after at the hospital. Oh, it's like one of my favourite places now, lol. I love those people. It makes me want to be a nurse. It makes me want to be, like, I don't, like, who knows if I'd ever have the capacity to do that, but I'm just like, you people are fucking angels. I love yous so much. Like, the man that came out to help me out of the car, I just wanted to hug him. I'm like, can you just cuddle me inside, please? Can you just, like... Oh, they're so good. And then the second time it happened, I actually got my period that night, so it was also a hormonal thing. And I think I'd actually weaned myself off the fluoxetine because I was like, fuck this. I think I'd gone like a week or so with no medication at all, which was like just like a weird limbo. I was getting stressed out that night about stuff to do with the house and my room and everything. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to take a desvenlafaxine. I'm going to take my old meds again. And then I went to the gym that night because I really needed to just like have a walk or something. And then sort of got there and, you know, it was starting to happen again. And I didn't last. I kind of just went to the toilet in the gym and then was like, no, I need to go for a drive. This is bad. And it didn't take long for me this time to be like, okay, I just need to go to the hospital. It's happening again. Because that first time I put it off for hours. I was so used to just dealing with it alone in private but clearly, like, I'd exhausted all my options. I think weed wasn't helping like it used to. It wasn't helping me mentally. I took myself into the hospital, and that time I was like bawling my eyes out, and the shaking was nuts, and I was like twitching crazy too. That was like crazy, having such a lack of control over my body. It's so scary. I couldn't sit still. I like to go into it's like the kids' waiting room, where they've got these like animal decals on the on the wall of these freaky ass giraffes and this like rabbit and stuff. Looks like he's in a K-hole. It's funny as. But like, I was in there. I probably look like I was actually an insane person, because I was just like crying. I kind of go into this weird state where I'm like a petrified child and a scared wild animal, and I'm like looking around everywhere and just like can't sit still, doing crazy shit with my arms. It's scary, but it's like, it kind of needs to happen to like let it all out, let all that like nervous energy out. I'm guessing that's kind of why, you know, when you go into shock or you have a panic attack or something, or it's like when you get cold, when you maybe that's different when you're shivering when you're cold, but it's like your system's just trying to help itself. And obviously like the tingling and stuff in your extremities, it's, you know, it's trying to keep your vital organs alive. But yeah, that time, oh my god, it was so good. They gave me Valium. I got to see Val again. I hadn't seen her for a while. I missed her. Me and her were hanging out every day, like, while I was coming off the Des vaccine, because the withdrawals were quite cooked. I would love that. Just me and Val. I fucking love Valium. I want it. That was great, because it kind of kept coming and going in waves. And then the third time it wasn't as bad, thankfully, and it was a bit earlier. Mum took me in, and thankfully it wasn't as bad, but I was still pretty shaky. They still gave me Valium, which was so nice, but it was a bit of a different experience because it was very busy. Thankfully, I got some special treatment, and I got to get taken out the back where they put you down. No, I wasn't lucky enough to get that, but I got to go out where they actually admit people. They put them in the beds with the blue curtains, and I got to sit in a corner on a chair with warm blankies. But it was a bit funny because it's like you got all these other patients all around you. Everyone can hear everything everyone's saying. It's a bit awkward. There was this real rude ass old lady. She was being so difficult. It made me want to cry more, because I'm like, the nurses and doctors are just like racing around trying to help everyone. They're such angels. And the nurse guy, he would have been about my age, I reckon. He was so freaking nice to me. He was being so like gentle and nice. I'm sure he could see I was like a scared little child. It was just really nice. And the doctor that saw me too was a real nice man. And yeah, they told me, like, when I left, they're like, you can always come back whenever you need. All this nice stuff. And that made me want to cry more. That is exactly the kind of thing I need to hear at this point in my life. I feel like I'm a lot better now because I'm numbed again by the medication. It's so cooked that I can't really live without being medicated in some way. Just the autistic experience and the mental illness experience is just like too much. Yeah. And I have had a colonoscopy, and I've done so many like poo tests, wee tests, blood tests, ultrasound, x-ray, like there's nothing wrong with me in there. I'm giving him constipation poos. I'm giving him diarrhea. It always just comes back fine. And Dr. Waber and his team, they went balls deep inside me from both ends at the same time. I mean, I don't know what they did. I was asleep. They just like found nothing, which I suppose is good, but I'm just like, fuck's sake, just give me some answers. I'm leaning more down the potential like allergy route and just kind of like sensitivities. I'm going to ask the doctor about like histamines and stuff. It's hard to get in to see her. I might even change the doctor that I see there, because I mean, that must be great for her that she can work like just 2 days a week, but it makes it hard for patients. I should make sure I get in with the guy that was prescribing me the Valium. But I have looked up like the long-term effects, like the risks of it, and it's not very good. It can like increase your risk of dementia. It can make like all the things you're treating with it worse. which is crazy. I mean, weed is working again for me now. It seems to mix well with the Desven and me because I've been having a bit the last few nights. After the 2 bad panic attacks, I was like, shit, is this? I was like, sheesh. Is this because of the weed, like, that it's gotten this bad? Does weed do this to me now? But it was just because it was the fluoxetine. Weed is good. Need to go see Gavin's Scone. I did find some Scone in the cupboard, but it was like 6 years out of date. But I think it worked, maybe? I don't know. I really didn't enjoy eating it. It's like a chewable thing. Like, what the hell? Just give me like a swallowable one. But breathing, I'm taking that more seriously now. I don't really know why a lot of this stuff, it's like I've known it for so long, but it's like at the moment I'm actually like understanding the importance of it. I think because my physical health's so bad, I need to take my nervous system stuff more seriously, because that's like a big realization of recent times. I need to actually look after my nervous system. That's what's fried. Because for ages I've been like, yeah, I have like shit foundational, this, like, you know, stuff with executive functioning and all that. Just lots of different problems. I've been aware about that for ages. You know, that I don't have these foundational things that you need to be like a properly functioning independent adult. There's actually like another layer under all that, which is my nervous system, and actually slowing down and calming down and actually like making sure I feel good. Because like I've been pretty numb and empty and flat for years. I don't feel things properly like I used to, and it's partly because of the antidepressant. If it means getting baked more, then so be it. I'd love to have more outlets than that, but it's like when you're a loner with social anxiety and low iron, it's hard. I love how they take you seriously in there, and they're just so nice, and it's like nothing phases them. It's like they just listen to everything you say, and they believe you, and they don't like question you or try to argue or anything. They just like care for you. I love them. Oh yeah, and on that like the third time in there, there was this. I think there was like a code black or something. There was a code something. There was some dark colour. You could hear some lady skitzing out, like screaming. You could hear different staff and things talking about it, and the cleaners and everything, and apparently she was throwing things and threw a coffee, and something was going on. It was kind of scary. It was like kind of unsettling. But they just have to deal with that stuff. So yeah, that's just like a bit of what's been going on. It's like nearly 2:30, so I'm getting pretty tired. It'd be good to get it better set up with the recording, because my phone's like cooked now, so it's not too bad if I speak up close, but the further away I get, the worse the audio gets. Yeah, I'm learning to slow down and go with what's happening. I'm prioritizing feeling good and trying to help myself at a deeper level, which looks different for everyone. All the content and the trends and everything, and the hustle culture and being a gym bro and all this grinds, the Sigma grind set and all the stuff, it doesn't actually fit everyone. It's not a black and white thing. It's not catered for neurodivergent people, disabled people, and maybe not even at women. A lot of it is very like male focused, and it's everywhere, and it's like not helpful if you're actually like kind of fucked. Because I used to think like, oh, all I gotta do is just get a job. Just find a job. Like, you can't stay unemployed. This is so bad. This is so, like, you're such a dead shit. You're such a neat. You need to, like, just get a job. There's actually way more important things. And it's been a bit of a challenge trying to explain that to mum and different people. I'm like trying to explain I'm worse than you realise. Like, my mental and physical health is shit. This is like autistic burnout and regression and stuff. Like, this is bad. I need to prioritise feeling good for my own survival. Because, like, even just bloody this morning, you know, I didn't get up till like 3 p.m. because obviously I was up till like 4:30 a.m. Mum's on her computer just outside my door. which is really fucking annoying. And using the printer and sort of like being a bit noisy. And then, you know, sort of was talking to her and she was like, yeah, I was trying to like wake you up. I was like, bitch! You what? Because that's low-key her attitude. I swear it's because she has this fear of time running out and like she's aware that she's getting older. Like she's nearly in her 70s, which is obviously scary, but I'm just like, lady, go to fucking therapy. She has so many problems. That's like for another unsheathing. But yeah, just these things like that she says where I'm just like, dude, are you not aware of my situation? And I was letting her know that I was up till 4:30 in the morning. I was like, do not try to wake me up ever. Like, if I'm getting up extra late, it's because I've had an extra shit night. But it used to be like that growing up. It was like the parents trying to wake me up, trying to get me to get out of bed. And one day, like, Mum was pissed at me and she called me Lady Mark. But she is very reactive and says things in the heat of the moment, lol, that she doesn't remember later on. It's kind of funny. And then she says that you're putting words in her mouth. I also hate the fact that my schedule is so late. I should be asleep. I've struggled with my sleep. I think I've always had a problem with sleeping, but it has gotten worse with the seasonal depression and stuff, which I don't know if it's kicked in. I don't think I'm like, at the moment, I don't think I'm like mentally, emotionally depressed or even anxious because of the medication, but I've definitely slowed down. I don't know. It'll probably, when the weather actually changes to cold and wet for good, it might be bad then. This week has actually been so nice, which is probably a bit sus and climate change coded, but it has been nice having it a bit more sunny and milder. As soon as you suddenly get to those like 12-degree days again, you just don't want to move. It'd be so nice to have the money to be able to just go have a week-long holiday or something in some warmer part of the country. Yeah. Okay, I go now. Good night. Bye-bye.